There's a photograph from 1959 that tells you everything you need to know about why the fitness industry buried Jack LaLanne's methods. In this photo, Jack is demonstrating exercises. But look at what's around him. Nothing. No equipment, no machines, no complicated apparatus. Just his body and the floor. He's demonstrating push-ups, squats, and core work. Simple movements that anyone can do anywhere, anytime, for free. Now, compare that to a modern commercial gym. Walk into any gym today and you're surrounded by thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Treadmills that cost $3,000. Cable machines that cost $5,000. Complete systems that cost $10,000 or more. Personal trainers charging $100 an hour. Memberships costing $50 to $200 a month. Supplements lining the walls at $40 a bottle. It's an entire ecosystem designed to extract money from people who want to get fit. Jack LaLanne proved you didn't need any of it. And that's exactly why the fitness industry spent 50 years trying to bury his approach. This is the story of how a billion-dollar industry actively suppressed the truth about fitness because the truth was bad for business. Let's start with what Jack LaLanne actually taught. His core philosophy was extraordinarily simple. Your body is the best piece of fitness equipment ever created. You don't need machines. You don't need fancy equipment. You need your body weight, gravity, and consistency. Push-ups, pull-ups, squats, lunges, planks, crunches. These movements, done consistently, will build extraordinary fitness. He demonstrated this philosophy through his own body. At 40, at 60, at 80, he maintained exceptional fitness using primarily body weight exercises. Yes, he used some basic equipment occasionally, dumbbells, a pull-up bar, but the foundation was always body weight work. And he proved that this approach worked better than anything the commercial fitness industry was selling. Now, here's where the conflict begins. In the 1960s and 1970s, the fitness industry started to commercialize rapidly. Companies realized there was enormous profit potential in fitness. Gyms started opening. Equipment manufacturers started producing increasingly complex machines. The narrative shifted from use your body to you need our equipment. Why? Because you can't monetize simplicity. If people understand that they can get fit at home using their own body weight, they don't need gym memberships. They don't need expensive equipment. They don't need personal trainers showing them how to use complicated machines. The entire business model collapses. Jack LaLanne was a direct threat to this business model. He was on television every day demonstrating that you didn't need what they were selling. He was living proof that the commercial fitness industry's narrative was false. And so the industry did what any threatened industry does. They worked to marginalize him, to make his methods seem outdated, to shift the conversation away from what actually works toward what's profitable. Let's talk about specific mechanisms the industry used to suppress his approach. First, complexity bias. The fitness industry learned early that people associate complexity with effectiveness. If a machine looks complicated, if it has multiple cable systems and adjustable angles, people assume it must be more effective than simple push-ups. This isn't true, but it's profitable. So the industry invested heavily in creating increasingly complex equipment and promoting the idea that this complexity was necessary for results. Jack LaLanne's push-ups don't look complicated. They look easy. And that's a problem for an industry trying to sell you a $5,000 machine. So the industry narrative became, push-ups are basic. They're fine for beginners, but if you want real results, you need our equipment. This is marketing, not truth, but it worked. Second, the certification and expertise model. The fitness industry created elaborate certification systems for personal trainers. These certifications taught trainers how to use commercial gym equipment. They taught program design that assumed access to a full gym. They didn't teach bodyweight training in any depth because bodyweight training doesn't require a gym. If trainers learn to train people effectively with bodyweight work, clients don't need gym memberships. So the certification systems emphasized equipment-based training. And personal trainers, having been trained this way, reinforced the idea that you need a gym and equipment to get fit. Again, this is profitable, not truthful. Third, the supplement industry angle. Jack LaLanne ate whole foods, real food, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins. He made juices from fresh ingredients. He didn't take elaborate supplement stacks. He occasionally took vitamins, but his nutrition was built on real food. The supplement industry, by the 1980s and 1990s, was becoming enormous. Protein powders, pre-workout supplements, fat burners, amino acids, creatine, the list goes on. This industry is worth billions of dollars today, and Jack LaLanne's approach, eat real food, threatens all of it. If people understand that they can get excellent nutrition from whole foods, they don't need supplements. They don't need protein powders at $50 a tub. They don't need pre-workout at $40 a bottle. The supplement industry needs people to believe that food isn't enough, that you need supplementation to get results. Jack LaLanne's lifetime of exceptional fitness on a whole food diet was evidence that this narrative is false. So the supplement industry had every incentive to minimize his influence and promote the idea that serious fitness requires serious supplementation. Fourth, the gym membership model. This is perhaps the most significant economic driver. Gym memberships are extraordinarily profitable because they rely on a specific economic reality. Most people who buy gym memberships don't use them consistently. The average gym membership costs $50 a month. The average person uses it maybe 5-10 times before stopping, but they often keep paying because canceling is inconvenient, or they feel guilty, or they think they'll start going again. Gyms make their money from people who pay but don't show up. If you have 1,000 memberships and only 200 people show up regularly, you can operate a relatively small facility and still generate massive revenue. But if everyone who had a membership actually showed up regularly, the gym would be overcrowded and unprofitable. This model requires people to believe they need the gym. If people believe they can get fit at home, the entire model collapses. Jack LaLanne demonstrating effective home workouts on television every day was a direct threat to gym membership sales. The industry needed to counter this narrative. So the industry promoted the idea that home workouts are inferior, that you need the environment, the equipment, the community of a gym. This is marketing. Plenty of people get extraordinarily fit at home, but it's marketing that protects a very profitable business model. Fifth, the scientific complexity narrative. By the 1990s and 2000s, the fitness industry started using science as a marketing tool. Studies showing that specific equipment or specific protocols produced marginal improvements in specific metrics. The implication was that if you wanted optimal results, you needed access to this equipment and these protocols. Jack LaLanne's approach was simple and unscientific in the formal sense. He didn't cite studies. He demonstrated results through his own body. But simplicity and demonstration don't sell products. Scientific-sounding marketing does. So the industry used science as a tool to make people doubt that simple methods could work. This is a subtle form of suppression. It's not saying Jack LaLanne is wrong. It's saying there are more optimal approaches now, backed by science. But the truth is that Jack LaLanne's methods were extraordinarily effective. The marginal improvements from complex protocols are exactly that, marginal. For 99% of people, simple, consistent bodyweight training produces excellent results. Now, here's what makes this story particularly interesting. The fitness industry couldn't completely erase Jack LaLanne. He was too visible. He was on television for decades. Millions of people saw him and followed his methods. But what the industry could do was marginalize him, make him seem like a relic of a simpler time, position modern fitness as more advanced, more scientific, more effective. By the 2000s, when LaLanne was in his 80s and 90s, the fitness industry narrative had largely shifted. Jack was respected as a pioneer, but his methods were seen as outdated. Modern fitness was about functional training, high-intensity interval training, CrossFit, specialized equipment, complex programming. The simple bodyweight approach that Jack pioneered was positioned as beginner-level work. But here's the reality. Jack LaLanne at 90 was fitter than almost anyone in their 50s. His approach worked. It worked spectacularly, and it didn't require the things the fitness industry was selling. Let's talk about the specific comparison. Commercial fitness approach versus Jack LaLanne's approach. Commercial fitness approach. Join a gym, $50, $200 a month. Buy workout gear, $100, $300. Hire a personal trainer periodically, $50, $100 hour. Buy supplements, $100, $300 a month. Follow complex programming that requires specific equipment. Total cost, potentially $3,000, $5,000 plus per year. Jack LaLanne's approach. Use your body weight. Use basic household items if needed. Eat real whole foods. Be consistent. Total cost, essentially free. Now, which approach produces better results? For most people, consistency is the primary factor determining results. If you work out consistently, you get results. If you don't, you don't, regardless of how expensive your gym membership is or how many supplements you take. Jack LaLanne's approach was designed for consistency. It removed all barriers. You can do it anywhere, anytime, for free. No excuses. The commercial fitness approach creates barriers. You have to go to the gym. You have to navigate the equipment. You have to afford the membership and supplements. More barriers mean less consistency for most people. So, the simple approach for most people produces better results, but it doesn't produce profit for the fitness industry. There's a deeper philosophical issue here as well. Jack LaLanne believed that fitness was a fundamental human right and responsibility. It shouldn't be expensive. It shouldn't be complicated. It should be accessible to everyone. His television show was free. He demonstrated exercises anyone could do. He wanted to make fitness democratic. The commercial fitness industry operates on the opposite philosophy. Fitness is a product to be sold. The more expensive it is, the more exclusive it is, the more profitable it is. Luxury gyms charge $200 or $300 a month and market themselves as exclusive environments. This is the complete opposite of LaLanne's democratic vision. But here's what the industry couldn't suppress: results. People who followed Jack LaLanne's methods got results. They got fit. They stayed fit. And over time, word of mouth spread. People realized they didn't need the expensive gym or the complicated programs. They could do simple work consistently and get excellent results. In recent years, there's been a resurgence of interest in bodyweight training. Calisthenics has become popular. Home workouts exploded during COVID-19 when gyms closed, and people rediscovered that they could train effectively at home. Programs like convict conditioning and other bodyweight systems have gained followings. This is Jack LaLanne's legacy re-emerging. The truth he demonstrated, that simple, consistent bodyweight work produces excellent fitness, couldn't be buried forever. People are rediscovering it. But the fitness industry is still fighting against it. They've tried to co-opt bodyweight training by creating expensive bodyweight training programs, specialized equipment for bodyweight work, certifications in bodyweight training. They're trying to monetize the very thing that doesn't need to be monetized. Jack LaLanne would probably find this amusing. He spent his life proving that fitness should be simple, accessible, and free. The industry spent 50 years trying to complicate it, exclude people, and profit from it. And even now, with all their marketing power and all their resources, they still can't fully suppress the simple truth he demonstrated. Let's talk about what this means for you, the person watching this video. The fitness industry wants you to believe you need them. They want you to believe that fitness is complicated, that you need expert guidance, that you need equipment, that you need supplements. All of this makes them money. But the truth, demonstrated by Jack LaLanne's lifetime of extraordinary fitness, is that you already have everything you need. Your body is an incredible fitness machine. Gravity provides all the resistance you need. Consistency provides all the results you need. You don't need the things they're selling. Can gym memberships be useful? Sure. Can equipment make certain movements more convenient? Absolutely. Can trainers provide value? Yes. Can supplements fill nutritional gaps? Sometimes. But are any of these things necessary? No. Jack LaLanne proved they're not necessary. He proved that the simple approach works, and the fitness industry spent 50 years trying to make you forget that truth because that truth is bad for their business. The final piece of this story is the most important. Jack LaLanne's legacy couldn't be erased because his legacy was his body. At 96, he was living proof that his methods worked. No amount of industry marketing could erase that proof. His fitness at advanced age was evidence that the simple approach, done consistently over a lifetime, produces extraordinary results. The fitness industry will continue to sell complexity and expense. That's their business model. But you now know the truth. You know that fitness doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. You know that what Jack LaLanne taught, simple, consistent body weight work combined with whole food nutrition, actually works. The industry tried to hide his methods for 50 years, but the truth, demonstrated through one man's extraordinary life and body, couldn't be hidden forever. Now, if this video opened your eyes to how the fitness industry operates, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It helps this message reach more people who need to hear it. And if you want to see the rest of this documentary series, we're uncovering more suppressed truths about Jack LaLanne's methods. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Drop a comment below and tell me, do you work out at home or do you have a gym membership? And more importantly, after watching this, are you rethinking what you actually need to get fit? I read every comment, and I'm genuinely curious about your perspective. And here's the thing. If you know someone who's been hesitating to start fitness because they think they need expensive equipment or a gym membership, share this video with them. Show them that the barrier to entry is much lower than the industry wants them to believe. You could, literally, change someone's life by sharing this truth. Finally, if you want to see what Jack LaLanne's actual training methods looked like, the specific exercises, the protocols, the routines that the industry didn't want you to know about, check out the next video in this series. I'll link it in the description and in the card appearing right now. We're breaking down exactly what he did, how he did it, and how you can apply these principles today without spending a dime. The fitness industry built a billion-dollar wall around simple truths. But walls eventually fall when enough people know what's on the other side. You're now on the other side. Help others get there too.